today. Thanks again for joining us. Now we're joined by our friend Cheryl Rosenthal from the Oshkosh Area Humane Society, here to tell us about their latest fundraising event. Thank you so much for joining us today, Cheryl.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's always so much fun to come and visit with you.
Yes, and you always have so much going on with the Oshkosh Area Humane Society. It's
Never a dull moment.
We should have you on every single show, I think, because
that would be fun.
There's always something.
Sign me up.
The latest thing that you have that you're gearing up for today is Wags and Whiskers. Now, this is kind of a dinner event fundraiser.
It's a banquet that was put together by Nikki Horonis and Deb Riff at the Fin and Feather. And this is the first time we've ever done an event like this, and we're so excited to be partnering with the Fin and Feather and having this opportunity. And the event is taking place on Saturday, February 6th, and social hour starts at 5 o'clock, and the event will probably wind down around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And tickets are available. They're $45 per person or $80 for a couple. And the Fin is also offering, and Nikki are offering corporate tables for $400, so you can have a table of 8. And we are very excited. We've had a couple corporate tables sell, and so this is just going to be a really fun event. They're going to be having some raffles. They have some really cool raffle baskets, and then they're also going to do some paddle raffles. And it's just going to be a really fun evening. And then, of course, there will be a slide presentation just showing some of the animals that have been adopted from the shelter, and just a way to really inform, just a way to remind everybody why they're there, and what the purpose is of the banquet. So it should be a really fun evening.
Yes, and the Fin and Feather is such a cool place too. Actually, not in Oshkosh, which is interesting.
It's in Winneconne. It's on West Main Street. I think the address is 22 West Main Street, Winneconne.
Yes.
I'm kind of at an advantage because I went to school there.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Oh, how cool.
So, and it's just a really neat place to hold a banquet.
Yes.
And so we're very excited about that. The food will be family style.
Okay.
And I think it's important for everyone to know that they arranged it so that $25 of your ticket goes directly to the Humane Society. And with your tickets, you also get 5 free raffle tickets. So that's kind of a cool incentive. So tickets will not be sold at the door, so we're asking people to purchase their tickets ahead of time. Because they want to make sure that they have a head count of how many people are actually attending, to make sure that we have adequate food and seating and everything ready to go.
That makes sense.
So,
where can we get tickets?
You can get tickets by contacting the Fin and Feather, or you can contact Nikki Horonis, and I'll be honest, I had to cheat and write her phone number down.
Oh, that's fine.
Her phone number is 858-2469, or you can get them right at the Oshkosh Area Humane Society.
Oh, perfect.
Give us a call at 424-2128, or just stop in and visit us anytime during our open hours, and we'll be able to provide you with tickets.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like a very nice evening event that you can support the Oshkosh Area Humane Society. Maybe you can give us a brief overview of the things that this is going towards. What exactly, what types of programs and what types of items are we helping out with?
Oh, heavens. There's such a great need at the shelter. There's always something that needs to be done for the animals, for the building, for the community. A wide variety, our spay-neuter program, our food pantry, vaccinations for every animal. Emily, I think it's important people understand every animal that comes into our shelter, before they go into a cage or a kennel, they're given a preliminary medical exam, and those things, cost money. So that does a lot. Every animal has a rabies vaccination and distemper. So a lot of goes into our medical.
Okay.
10 out of 10 animals coming to us need some type of medical care. Maybe they need something as simple as maybe they have an ear infection, or maybe they have fleas, but that's still considered medical attention. And maybe something as complicated as a severe illness or injury. So
It seems like the costs they're never ending, really.
It's never ending.
That in addition to all of the medical and the food and everything. That
and
you
of
just
course,
stated.
to provide the services that we do to the community, and we have a great volunteer program. But we have to have people to run those things and take care of those items too.
Yes.
So.
And if you're unable to make it to the Fin and Feather Wags and Whiskers event and you'd like to donate, how can you do that?
They can do it right on our website. They can go to oahs.org and donate that way. Or again, I always encourage people to come to the shelter. I think there's so many people yet that have not visited our shelter. And coming up in March, we'll have been in this, what we still refer to as our new building. We'll be there 11 years.
11 years you've been there.
There are so many people that still have not visited our location at 1925 Shelter Court and really missing out to see what a cool building we have. And it's a friendly place to come, and it's nobody likes to think about animals being in a shelter, but it's so obvious when you walk through the doors that the animals are well cared for. It's a nice place for them to be. If they can't be in a home of their own, it's a really nice place for them to be. So if I encourage people, if you'd like to make a donation, come down and visit us in person. And
get some snuggle time in too.
And ask for me if you want to have a tour.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
be happy to show you around. And tell you about all the different programs and things that we do there in ways that we help the community.
Yes, and if you visit, there's usually a nice greeter cat that's there to
there's always one or two lingering around the door to rub on your black pants.
Yes, and you do always have a list of items on the website that are currently the highest need.
We always have our most needed things, and if I can, I'll just take this opportunity to thank everyone for the wonderful outpouring that we did have over the holidays. And that's why one of the reasons why, especially at holiday time when we have our wish list, we're so appreciative of everything that's donated. But I can tell you right now, what we can use most are gift cards because the shelves are packed. So we don't want to ever turn anybody away.
Yes.
And when people ask me, well, why a gift card? I'll give you an example. The other day, I came in on Monday, and one of our small mammal cleaners came up to me, and she said, we don't have any lettuce for the small mammals. And so it was really nice that I could just go in the office and say, do we have a gift card to such and such a grocery store or whatever? And then we can go out and purchase. Or if we have, sometimes we'll get in an animal that we usually don't have, like a guinea pig or a ferret, something that's a little more unusual, and maybe we don't have that food on hand. And that gift card gives us the flexibility of just being able to go out and purchase that.
Yes. Well, wonderful. All of that stuff's on the website if we want to go.
Everything is on the website.
That is OAHS.
OAHS.org.
Okay.
And be sure and like us on Facebook.
Yes.
You're
always posting cute pictures of all the adopted
I think we're getting
pets.
close to 22,000 followers. So,
amazing.
Yeah, it's just awesome. So,
one last time, date and time of the event.
Wags and Whiskers, Saturday, February 6th. Social hour starts at 5 o'clock. It's going to be held at the Fin and Feather in Winneconne. So it's going to be a great time, so you won't want to miss it.
Yes. Well, Cheryl, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it, and also about the Humane Society. It's always great to have you in.
Thank you.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM. And Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. Oshkosh Today.